Hello there, this is Chadderbox, and last devlog I asked you guys for some ideas for a new game mode in my game Propulsion, a game where you need to rocket jump through levels as fast as possible. And I got some really good responses, and so this week I set about implementing some of them. There was one that I really wanted to implement however, because it really stuck with me and I thought it'd really add some variety to the game. This idea suggested an unlimited mode, an interesting concept that I hadn't really thought of before. I like this idea a lot, and so I decided to add it. Something that was made quite easy after I implemented my new game mode system last devlog. In fact, it only really took a few minutes. I made a new icon for the game mode select screen, I added an unlimited option to my game mode enum, and a check to see if the player was in unlimited mode, which then applies certain unlimited mode specific values if they are, and bang! New mode. After testing it to make sure nothing too janky happens, like it usually does when working with infinite numbers, I sent it out to a few testers and they really enjoyed it. But why? Well, I feel like I'm not the best person to explain this to you, but I certainly know someone who is. In fact, they were the brains behind this whole idea in the first place. So without further ado,
let's talk game design. So I saw the amazing work Chadderbox had been doing with this, and when he asked for suggestions, I suggested an unlimited mode, where you were free to rocket about, pun intended, doing whatever you want for fun. And because I'm an old man, it called me back to where the rocket jump all began: Quake. Rocket jumping is a good example of something called emergent gameplay, where the systems and mechanics of a game give rise to an unintended, but still beneficial consequence. And if that sounds really technical, basically it means someone did something they weren't supposed to do and it ended up being really fun. Since that's where rocket jumping came from, I thought it only made sense to give Propulsion a chance to have its own emergent gameplay. There's already a speedrun mode and I'm excited to see what speedrunners can do with this, but to really blow open, pun intended, the possibilities of the systems, I thought an unlimited mode would give players the freedom they need to explore, exploit, and possibly even break the game's mechanics in new and exciting ways. And that's it really. The suggestion for unlimited mode came from my desire to see stuff blow up in an exciting and unexpected way. If you'd like more amazing nuggets of wisdom and deep meaningful game design analysis like stuff go boom make happy, then you should come and check out my channel, where that's literally all that I do. Thank you to Chadderbox for letting me pop in, and I think I speak for everyone when I say that Propulsion's looking really good, and I can't wait to get my hands on it and start blowing myself up.
So there you go, Mr. Let's Talk Game Design himself, who also happens to work on a cool game called Reiterate, which you might want to take a peek at. There'll be links in the description. But that is the new mode, essentially throwing one of the main mechanics out the window in order to replace it with complete chaos. And if there's one thing I like, it's chaos. You should see the state of my room. I really enjoyed playing this mode while testing it. It was quite refreshing not worrying about running out of ammo, and instead just concentrating on going fast. So aside from that, I have got some other stuff done. The main level design is finally complete. I've grueled my way through meticulously tweaking and tuning 100 levels, and I'm so happy that they're done. All I need now is for me to add some islands in the background of all of them, relating to the theme of the level, a task I could automate rather easily, so I might do that. I've also been working on a secret little project inside the game, which I'm not going to give away yet because I need a clickbait title for when it's ready. I've also changed the speed lines that appear when you move fast to have a lower threshold as to when they appear, as they only really used to appear when the player was falling off the map, and having them appear when the player is instead moving fast, and not falling off the map as well, gives them a lot more game feel. To counter this though, the speed lines are now scaled by the velocity of the player, so if they're just crossing the threshold, the speed lines will be tiny, but if they're going really fast, then they'll be quite big. But I did clamp these to make sure they didn't get too big if the player somehow ends up going really fast, because I've realised how terribly made that particle system is. You should see it from the editor. I keep trying to migrate away from Unity's post-processing stack because I only really use the Bloom and it's really performance intensive, but every other solution I try looks really off compared to how I have it now. Even pretty much copy-pasting parameters across them doesn't work, and I'm kind of worried I'll need to program my own solution for it, but I'd rather be working on the actual gameplay for now, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've somehow improved the performance of the game since I last made a video. I've got no clue how, but because of it I'm actually able to record in the editor for the first time in months, as it used to do this weird stuttering thing every time I shot, and I was worried I'd have to move to object pooling and use even more RAM, but it just doesn't do that anymore, so that's good I guess. But on that note, I'm going to call it for today. I hope you all liked the video. Please check out Let's Talk Game Design on YouTube and Reiterate on Steam. If you like this video, I'd love if you'd like it and subscribe, because it makes me really happy. There also isn't much more I love than talking to people in the comments, so please leave one of those, maybe with more ideas or something, because I love those too.